If I had a drum kit, I would be doing a drum roll right now because guys, here it is. My kitchen, all done, just for you. Well, not just for you, actually more for Chad and I, but we did want to bring you along for the entire renovation process from start to finish. Here we are at finish, and it wouldn't be the same if we didn't have a final reveal video. So without further ado, I'm going to take you through from A to Z our entire kitchen renovation. A quick caveat that I must mention, our kitchen is not 100% finished, and I will point out the areas that aren't absolutely complete. The glaring omission, obviously, is the majority of the handles in here. Those are on a serious back order, but I couldn't bear your demands for these reveal videos anymore, so I figured I would just show you guys the kitchen at its, let's say, 85% completion point and let you fill everything else in with your imagination. The entire renovation took us from about August the 26th all the way up to about October the 5th. So it took a little longer than we had initially planned for, but c'est la vie. The way I look at it, it's now in the past. It feels like it was a blip in time, and frankly, it was entirely worth it because we got our dream kitchen. Needless to say, there was a lot of dust and dirt and other large messes that were created during all of this reno business. So Chad and I actually filmed an entire post-reno cleaning video, which at some point we're gonna put up on the Clean My Space channel, and you guys can watch us sweat our buns off as we set our entire kitchen back up and clean the rest of the house, which got completely messy during the reno process. The thing you will probably pick up on the quickest is the fact that we did go with an all-white kitchen despite many concerns from you guys, and I know it is very hard to keep clean, but if anyone's gonna be able to keep it clean, I'm thinking I'm the guy. So I feel pretty good about my white kitchen, and I think it looks gorgeous. What we ended up going for with our handles, as you can see, is the arch. So thank you to all of you who gave your feedback, and frankly, I really did love the other couple of options, but at the end of it, I think that the arch really made the most sense. We also went with little knobs on the drawers and some of the other cupboards, you know, the smaller ones that are above the sink and the stove and the fridge. And that was someone's suggestion in the comments. So as you can see, we did listen to your feedback. The handles are from Lee Valley, as I mentioned in that video, and I'll put the links to that in the description box below in case you are interested. And just to give you an ETA, I think the handles should be coming in beginning of November, and then we have to get Kevin back in to put those up. So once those are done, you will then see those in future videos. And now I'm going to present to you our backsplash. We went with ice. And the reason we went with ice was, of course, because we absolutely loved it, but also you guys loved it. It seemed to be the resounding choice among all of you. And then at one point I did post up something in the comments about maybe going with silver, but I am so pleased that we ended up going with all white. So let me tell you a little bit about the backsplash. Because of everything in this kitchen, I think the backsplash took up the most of our time, and it took the most deliberation. So here's the deal. We live in Toronto, as all of you guys know. We drove around the entire GTA Greater Toronto area looking for an original tile, something that everybody didn't have in their kitchen. So a lot of you guys were suggesting glass tiles, but that wasn't really my thing. We also didn't want to go with a really poppy color. We wanted something that was white. We didn't want to go with something that was like $50 a square foot. So we ended up just shopping and going into a lot of tile stores and meeting a lot of people and hearing a lot of opinions. We ended up at a store called Canaroma. For those of you guys who are in the GTA, it is located in the Vaughan area. They were amazing. Not only did they have a great selection, but they were super helpful. Like, we brought in pictures and they were giving us opinions, and that's how we got those big sample pieces that we got to take home. So we ended up going with ice, as you know, and the tile is called Cubica, and it's made by a company called Porcelanosa, and I will link it down below for you to check out. What I really love about our Backsplash is, of course, that it's got that glaze, that shine to it. So even though it's white, it has texture and then it has some shine. So it looks fantastic. If you are in the market for tiles, because I know so many of you guys were talking about your Backsplash queries in the comments, I would highly recommend checking them out. We decided to go for all LED lights in the kitchen, from our pot lights to our in-cabinet lighting to our under-cabinet lighting. And the reason we decided to go with this is because A, they run cool, so you don't have the heat that's generated with other types of lighting like halogen, and also it takes about 25 years for these bulbs to burn out. It's really cool how you can control these lights. You use a dimmer and you can see you can tone it down or tone it up. And I think we're actually going to change out these lights because these are daytime LEDs and they are a little bit too blue for my liking, and I think for Chad's liking. So we're pretty sure we're switching them out to RGB under cabinet lights, which stand for red, green, blue, meaning you can adjust the color temperature and change it to literally any color in the rainbow. So you'd have magenta, pink, pistachio, orange, whatever you want, it's yours. Special shout out to the ever patient Kevin, who installed all of our cabinets for us. He is from his own company called Hubbies for Hire, and I will put the link in the description box down below in case you're in the area and you are looking for somebody to put your kitchen together. Also, like I said earlier, we are gonna have a little video where we do some Q&A with Kevin, so if you have any questions about the Reno or your Reno, you can ask him, and of course, you can just throw those in the comments down below, and we will bring Kevin in and we will have a chat with him. So the counters that we ended up going for, as you know, because I talked about this in one of our previous videos, is handstone quartz, and the color is called Aurora Snow. It has this really small fleck to it, which I think complements the kitchen perfectly. And the way that I clean these counters, and they've been pretty easy to take care of so far, is just about a squirt of Dawn dish liquid, water, and maybe a couple of tablespoons of rubbing alcohol. Shake it up, and that is my countertop spray. It has not failed me. So a few more odd jobs that have to be done to entirely finish up the kitchen. We need to seal the Backsplash because of course they are white, beautiful tiles, and they have white, beautiful, clean grout, only until I spill my smoothie or like get grease right in the grout. So the way to do that is to use a sealer, and I haven't gotten around to that yet, but I will very soon. We also need to pick up a few organizational tools in addition to what we already have. We did a lot of gathering from IKEA, and I've done a lot of work putting the kitchen together, but there's still a little bit more work to do. And we are going to put a full video together, opening up all the cupboards and showing you guys kind of the inside scoop on how we organize the kitchen, including my coveted tea drawer and spice drawer. Yes. Now I know white kitchens can be scary because they look so stark white, but don't worry, we are going to be making several trips to different home stores and IKEA and Target and whatever else just to find different pops of color that we can throw in. So I mean, a couple that we're thinking of right now, we have this nice blue, we have the pink spray bottle, we have those beautiful orange pumpkins. Happy Halloween. So we're trying to figure out what makes sense, and the other cool thing is we can be seasonal, we can be thematic, so we can always put in like a bunch of red or pink or orange things, take them out, and then put in blue, yellow, or green things. It's kind of fun working with a blank canvas, if you will. And because we didn't finish the kitchen all the way to the end of the wall, we decided that we're going to have a cozy little seating area, which we're currently in the middle of putting together. As you can see, we have a chair which we stole from our front room. We bought this really cute table from Target. I know, doesn't look like it, but it is. And we're currently looking for a new chair, maybe two, a nice rug, nice colorful rug, and a lamp. When we put this kitchen together in the computer program at IKEA, we could only visualize what it would be like. And while we thought it would be a good idea, you never really know until the kitchen's fully installed and functional. And what I can tell you is that it's been an absolute pleasure to cook in this kitchen. I've done so much cooking, from large Thanksgiving dinners, which I just did. Well, I mean, Thanksgiving for Chad and I, but it was a lot of food, you know, for the two of us, to baking, to just all kinds of fun things. It's been so nice to spread out in the kitchen and, you know, have all the space to work in, and I feel like things aren't on top of each other. I can clean as I go, which is a really important thing for me. I always like to have a clean kitchen while I'm cooking. This makes it so much easier. I have ample prep space, and I have lots of space to put my cooking utensils and small appliances and all the other things that I need. So that takes our kitchen reveal video to its ending. And guys, thank you so much from Chad and I for participating in our kitchen renovation and for asking us for all of these videos, providing your great suggestions, your wonderful comments, your very interesting feedback. And I'd be really interested to know what your impressions are of the kitchen now that you've been able to see it in its, well, 85% entirety. Let me know in the comment box below. Also, I know I threw out a lot of questions out there, so please let me know because I'm gonna be reading these comments with eagle eye vision. So thanks again, guys. It's been a slice, and if you don't mind me, I'm going to get a snack. See you next time.